me today at the International Seed Federation's 2017 World Seed Congress. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, hi, I'm Nathan Froese. So I work for BASF and I'm responsible for our global seed treatment R&D team, research and development.
Great. It's an extremely competitive market when it comes to seed solutions, and it seems like new companies are coming into the market every day. What are you doing to position BASF and R&D for long-term success?
There's a lot to be excited about at BASF with our seed solutions pipeline. So at BASF, we're always farmer first, so we're focused on grower needs. Grower needs both today and also into the future, as it's a dynamic market. We work with our global teams around, whether it's our global team, our regional teams, or our local teams, to make sure we understand farmer needs in the individual countries. And we use these to set targets. Second thing that's really exciting is that we have a unique situation in that we have seed treatment technology activities in all areas of seed treatments. So we're active with developing new chemistries, be it insecticides or fungicides. We're developing new biological products that are also active on these same pests and also in the biostimulant area. And we're working on inoculant products, so bradyrhizobias that fix nitrogen. And finally, with coatings, the product that pulls it all together helps the product to flow smoothly through equipment, whether it be the treating equipment or the planters themselves, and then finally makes it look good. So there's a lot that we're working on and a lot to be excited about.
I was going to say, that's such a broad portfolio, and you've got a lot of offerings. How do you stay focused and make sure that that you're being specific in each of those markets and reaching those targets that you're setting?
This really comes down to our teams. And so the global R&D team is actually placed and embedded in local organizations around the world. So we're headquartered out of North Carolina, and that's where we direct our activities, and we have very strong collaboration and coordination with our marketing team. Together we work to make sure that we're focused on the critical needs that growers have. And then we interact on a very regular basis with the teams in the regions and the countries to make sure that we're being efficient and effective with the resources we have available.
What are the major key differences in each of those markets that kind of drive the solutions?
Yeah, sure. There's two main differences that I think I would refer to. So one is really around the climatic zones. So in the warmer and more tropical environments, insects, pests tend to drive the market and tend to be the greatest needs for new seed treatment products. Whereas in colder or less warm climates, it tends to be disease pests or disease pathogens that require needs for seed treatments to most effectively solve. And secondly, there's the crop side, where you have different pests that are affecting different crops, and also very different seed sizes, which means you have to provide an overall package that best fits that crop. And some crops, for example, can fix nitrogen where the others cannot. So you have to manage each of these as an individual approach to the crop.
So we've talked about the differences a little bit. Tell me about the similarities between the different markets and what crosses over.
There are many similarities. One being that there's many different pests facing every crop. And so there's a need, and seed treatments have proven to be a very efficient way of protecting the crop from those different pests. Similarities as well is that they're changing. It's very dynamic. And so growers are always looking for ways to protect their yield and to actually increase their productivity overall. Seed treatments can deliver that pretty much across the board.
We know seed treatments have been under some regulatory scrutinization. From a regulatory standpoint, what are your biggest concerns?
Yeah, we know right now the regulatory environment for the entire industry is very dynamic. It's very difficult to predict what is going to change, where it's going to change, how it's going to change, and how this will impact both current products and future product development. So these are things we really can't control. What we can control is that we are continuing to focus on developing new products, and we're working carefully with regulatory organizations, be it on a macro or a micro level, to ensure that we have the data that they're needing to ensure safe use of these products and full registration in a timely manner.
In the area of seed applied biologicals, it continues to get increased attention, and we're seeing a lot of movement in that direction in terms of investment I assume that regulatory issues are driving part of that. But from your perspective, why is there so much excitement around biologicals?
There's a lot of excitement around biologicals because a lot of it is because they're new, and now they're available on broad acres. The technology around formulating them and producing them in a large scale for broadacre use has improved significantly. BSF, for example, has invested a lot in this technology, and it makes it available for broadacre crops. And in addition, they're also very complementary to the existing solutions that are available in seed treatment. And so they fit well and provide additional benefits that growers didn't have access to before.
Can you be specific and tell me a little bit about what BASF is working on in this area?
Sure, I can give you two examples. So one is Integro Pro, which is a new biofungicide, which is currently in the registration queue in Europe as a biofungicide for use on oilseed rape. The second one is Volandis, which is a second generation biofungicide, which is currently under review by EPA for use in the United States. So we're excited that in the next period of time, we'll be launching some new products in this area.
In terms of regions of the world that have the most market potential for the use of biologicals and some of the new products that you're bringing to the marketplace, what are those key regions?
Biological products overall have a fit everywhere. What is commonly forgotten is that bradyrhizobia, or nitrogen-fixing bacteria, are also a biological organism. They have been on the market a while. I think the quality of our portfolio today is really, really strong. They deliver a lot of value, and it's important for everyone to keep in mind that on soybeans and legume crops, they really do an effective job of delivering nitrogen to the plant in a very efficient way.
So we're seeing those plant health benefits, and AgCelence, is that how you say it?
Yes, AgCelence, correct.
Is a contributor in that market. Tell me a little bit about AgCelence and what you're seeing it do in the field and the expectation for that.
Sure. Yeah, we're very proud of our AgCelence and our plant health products. I've been involved for many years on the research and development activities to support these products. What they essentially are value and benefits of these products beyond just pest control. And so we see all sorts of different impacts on stress and nutrient use efficiency. We do a lot of research in order to demonstrate to growers how to use the products in order to obtain the maximum benefit. All of our next generation products are evaluated for these effects. And so while I can't speak to it today, it's something to be staying tuned for. There will be new products we expect with these plant health benefits coming forward.
When we talk about plant health, what are you measuring when you're looking at that? Are you looking at just above ground benefits? Are you looking at below ground benefits?
We measure pretty much anything. We're a creative bunch, and we evaluate both below ground in terms of rooting activities, also ability to withstand stress. Could be frost tolerance, it could be drought or flooding tolerance. So it could be a variety of different factors.
And I imagine that you would want to be specific in certain parts of the world. So when you're working in Africa or Australia, you're looking at increasing certain plant health benefits. Can you talk about maybe the focus for each of those and the different regions that you're operating in?
Well, actually, I would say AgCelence and plant health benefits really aren't exclusive to any part of the world. If they have an impact on soybeans in one region, they tend to have the same impact on soybeans in another. We do local work to always make sure we have the best local recommendation to obtain the maximum value, but there's no exclusivity here from our portfolio.
Well, inclusive is the buzzword these days. So to wrap things up, what are two issues that you're most concerned about in the industry?
As an industry, it's concerning the dynamics right now in the regulatory environment. And so having a predictive model that's science-based to develop new products is something we're watching. We're committed to innovation. And so what we want to do is bring products to market that growers receive a lot of value from. And having a clear, straightforward, science-based pathway is something we're looking for from the regulators, and we intend to keep working with them to this goal.
It's something the broader industry is concerned about. There's a lot of talk about that here at the World Seed Congress, and hopefully everybody can work together to make things happen that facilitate innovation.
Yes.
Thanks so much for sitting down with me, Nathan. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. My pleasure.